'Tis the season, and a lot of times, like, those comfort movies are those holiday movies. Which one would be my favorite out of the three? It would be B. Home Alone would be the three. Rudolph, it's kind of interesting. Like, I gotta be honest, I never really understood the whole, like, animation thing behind it. And, like, it always seemed kind of interesting, like, this story, when you think about it. The whole bullying thing of Rudolph, because his nose is red, is, kind of a goofy thing. And then like how he walks, and I guess maybe it's just been so crazy with, like, the Land of Misfit Toy, all these, like, whatever the whole series is. There's some that I don't even know that I haven't even watched, but like, I've seen that one before. And then A Christmas Story seems so cliche, like, again, like Ralphie shooting his eye out with a BB gun, like, and the funny thing is, any movie that you can play on repeat all day long is not, in my opinion, I mean, like, it's just filler, and it's not exactly the kind of, I mean, like, it's whatever. You see, I think people just feel like you can have it on in the background while you're making cookies or whatever it is. And then finally, like, the thing about Home Alone is, I remember, like, Home Alone was kind of, it came out, like, at the time when I thought, that's kind of when I started, like, when you remember, you have your first memory of, like, TV shows and movies. That was Home Alone. And, like, Macaulay Culkin, I think, is around my age. And so the idea that, like, he did all these things and traps and burglars, and, like, this is one that I always try and make a point to watch. And, like, I don't know, maybe it's the sentimental value of the connection to it, or, like, some of the messages that come in. The one thing that's surprising, I mean, like, we could poke holes in all this stuff, like how Kevin just torments these robbers, how things have changed quite a bit because without the cell phones and so on and so forth. All the stuff that probably would have killed the wet bandits, and how articulate and smart Kevin is, I think is all worth noting, which is great. But there's so many quotable lines in it, and I enjoy watching it every year, and I'll watch Home Alone 1 and 2, and that's where I stop. Everything else after that doesn't exist. And quite frankly, like, when you got rid of Macaulay Culkin, that's it. That's where it stops. I'm not going to even acknowledge the other one. So my answer is B, Home Alone.